सद्गुरु ब्रह्म स्वरूप है, नर स्वरूप के मान पारस दे जग जीव को, कंचन रूप बना। खण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। A very warm welcome to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Thank you very much for joining this wonderful platform, 30 Days Global Meditation Challenge Engagement Event Program. My name is Subhash Chandra, and I am the host for today. I would like to extend my thank you for and welcome to everyone for taking out some time to participate and join, to learn few things and contribute to a larger extent to this wonderful meditation challenge program. Today's event is something different, and it's as usual compared to each and every other programs what we have done in last 26 days. Today is the 27th day. This is also a special one, but in terms of number of contributions today going to happen is significantly large compared to all previous sessions. Today we have three small segments of discussion of providing the information to all of you. Of course, as you can see on the slide, we will have few bhajans today, and SAP, it's just a short form of Swarved Akhanda Path. We're not going to do Swarved Akhanda Path, but basically this is about letting you know what is Swarved Akhanda Path. And the third item is Swarved Antakshari, which actually we will do in a very short time duration, the Antakshari, how exactly it has to be done. So in terms of agenda for today, as usual, for next 1 hour, we will start with welcome and then Swagat Gan, Mangal Gan, and then all the three items will continue, and then vote of thanks, and then Shanti part. If anyone has any specific question, you may, as usual, keep asking in the chat box, or maybe you may raise your hand later on if you require to do so. So just to give you a little bit of background about Vihangam Yoga, I'm sure since last 25, 26 days, now those who have been listening and hearing to each of these things, now you are very much focused on what is Vihangam Yoga, and you know exactly what it is, although maybe in a very limited way. But just to re-emphasize, as we have been doing in each and every session, what is Vihangam Yoga organization and what is Vihangam Yoga as a principle also. So Vihangam Yoga organization was established in 1924 by Himalaya Yogi Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj. You can think of right now we are in the year of 2022, which means 98 years are done. 2 more years and we will have a century, 100 years of Vihangam Yoga establishment. Can you think about it? Just think any other organization who have had the journey of 100 years. Vihangam Yoga is one such old organization in terms of current era. The main objective of this organization is very, very straightforward. The objective is to help each and every single human being, not just in one particular country, but around the world, everywhere, everyone to uplift, have an opportunity to uplift their level to a higher zone. That's the simple one objective it has. What is the real objective of human life? To know and understand under the guidance of the master. Meditation, seva, sadhana, and satsang, 3S. So meditation, then service, and the satsang. These are the three main pillars of this organization. This organization is an NGO and has been doing a lots and lots of social services. Yesterday only we had an opportunity to interact with one special wing of Vihangam Yoga, and that is Sadafal education. How Sadafal education is contributing to the root of the societies, those who want to do something but they are not able to. How Vihangam Yoga organization is helping them to uplift them, to upbring them in such a way that they can be more confident in their day-to-day life. There are lots of many other activities which, as an NGO, this organization has been doing. More than 300 centers are there globally, and more than 5 million people are following the Vihangam Yoga principle. There are 6 main centers, and at present, Sadguru Swatantra Dev Ji Maharaj is the current master, current Sadguru, under the guidance of whom every and each and every single activity is being performed. The organization has its international headquarters in Prayagraj, in Uttar Pradesh, in India. This organization in 2013 was affiliated as a member, consultative member of United Nations for Economic and Social Councils. As meditation is one of the important aspects, we have a very unique structure in the name of Swarved Mahamandir, which is located at Varanasi. The structure is so huge, as you can see on the slide. If you notice the size of the people at the bottom and the size of the structure, you can imagine how big this structure is. 7-story structure has capacity to take 20,000 people to sit at one time so that they can meditate together. You can imagine 20,000 people, if they sit at one place at one time, how much energy, the spiritual energy, will create the aura around it. And this structure is already uplifted spiritually with the atoms and molecules with the help of Sadgurudev himself. So every time we suggest to all the people who have been listening to us, with whom we have been talking to, please take out some time to visit India. If you are going at any one time to visit these places and have a feeling of the spirituality within yourself. This is a very quick introduction about Vihangam Yoga. There are so many things. If you start discussing about Vihangam Yoga as an organization and its activities, it may take hours and hours. We had, I think 2 years back or 1 year back, we had one session where 7 hours was taken just to introduce what is Vihangam Yoga. 7 hours. And still at that time point, it was not complete. So now let us move towards the agenda. We have to start with the Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan, which is the prayer in the form of Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan to invoke the presence of the Master himself. For this, we have Mahendra Devji, who has connected with us from Germany. I'd like to request him to start the Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan on behalf of all of us. Thank you.
Jai Satgurudev. Thank you, Subhashji. Swagat Gan. आज स्वागत नित्य गुरुवर संत शुभागम आइए अध्यात्म विद्या दिव्य ज्योति सोम रस बरसाइए दोष दुर्गुण दूर करके शुद्ध हंस बनाइए वेद गम गति ज्ञान गर्जन शक्ति द्वार हटाइए खुले द्वारा शब्द सागर भक्त जन अनवाइए जन सदा फल विश्व शिक्षक शान आन बचाइए मंगल गान विश्व शांति नाम मंगल परम गुरु को ध्याइए। वर्ग द्वंद्व शांति दूर कर, भाव भेद मिटाइए। सार्वभौम समष्टि सत्ता, ध्यात्म राज्य बनाइए। वेश भाषा भाव जगमय, ज्ञान पर दर्शाइए। समृद्धि सुख शांति धरातल, स्वर्ग भूमि बनाइए। विश्व शिक्षक जन सदा फल, नीति स्वर अपनाई। Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mahendraji, for beautifully sung Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan. Now, let us move towards our first section of today's event, which is in the form of Bhajan. And then once it will be done, we will move towards just a little bit of knowing what is Swarved Antakshari and then Swarved Antakshari. So here we are presenting to you the Bhajan. We have two singers today. One is connecting with us from USA, Tulika ji, and other one is Chandan ji. I would like to mention few things about Tulika ji. Many people probably would have heard her while she's singing or maybe while she's reciting Swarved couplets. But there is one thing which is very specific and special about her. And that is the current app of Vihangam Yoga, if you would have seen, which has all the couplets of Swarved in English and in Hindi and in Gujarati. So if something has to be put on or into the website or on the app, it has to type. It has to be typed by someone. Tulika ji, and along with a couple of more her friends in Vihangam Yoga in US, they had put humongous effort to type all the couplets of Swarved in Hindi as well as in English. Right now, if those couplets are available to us online somewhere, Tulika ji's contribution is humongous in that. So thank you very much, Tulika ji, for your wonderful effort to have that creation. And right now, it is our pleasure to be with you, having you as one of the singers for a couple of bhajans. I'd request you to please come forward to the stage and take over for the bhajan, please.
Jai Sadgurudev. Thank you. The bhajan which I am going to offer to the lotus feet of Sadgurudev is a prayer in which Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj is praying to Almighty for the upliftment of the living beings, and he is praying that please nourish me with your divine knowledge and power so that I can preach them your message and spread the knowledge of Brahma Vidya without any obstacle. प्रेम से बोलिए सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। हे दया में भक्त वत्सल, भक्त निज अवलोकिए। हे दया में भक्त वत्सल, भक्त निज अवलोकिए, हे दया में, हे दया में। चलते धरातल लोक हित जन, चलते धरातल लोक हित जन, सब कला से पोखिए, हे दया में, हे दया में। शांतिमय परचार मधुमत, शांतिमय परचार मधुमत, दुष्ट जन को रोकिए, हे दया में, हे दया में। भक्त सज्जन पावगम गति, भक्त सज्जन पावगम गति, जाति मानव पोखिए, हे दया में, भक्त वत्सल, भक्त निज अवलोकिए, हे दया में, हे दया में। फल फूल सज्जित बाग उपवन, फल फूल सज्जित बाग उपवन, ध्यात्म शोभा देखिए, हे दया में, हे दया में। जन सदा फल सत्य व्रत, जन सदा फल सत्य व्रत, संसार जीवन लेखिए, हे दया में, भक्त वत्सल, भक्त निज अवलोकिए, हे दया में, हे दया में। जय सद्गुरुदेव।
Thank you very much, Tulika ji. Just one more request. Are you going to sing more than one bhajan or just one? Just request if you can sing one more, please. It was so nice to hear you.
Ji, sure. Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
next bhajan, in this bhajan, just the seeker is requesting Almighty to be bestowed by devotion. Devotion is the ultimate bliss, is gratification, and is obtained by the soul. By means of devotion, the soul, after acquiring its pure state, enjoys supreme bliss. So let's hear it. प्रेम से बोलिए सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी, भक्ति अचल मोहि दीजिए। प्रभु जी, भक्ति अचल मोहि दीजिए। नाम मुक्ति भक्ति कर इच्छुक, नाम मुक्ति भक्ति कर इच्छुक, नाम कर्म करीजे। जीवन प्राण आधार होय, की जय। प्रभु जी भक्ति अचल मोहि दीजे। चातक प्रण तजे सर्प मणि तजे। कामि तजे प्रिय नीजे। नित्य निरतिशय प्रीति निरंतर। नित्य निरतिशय प्रीति निरंतर। मैं ना तजो अस कीजे। प्रभु जी भक्ति अचल मोहि दीजे। दृश्य अचिद लय चेतन दर्श। दृश्य अचिद लय चेतन दर्श। सुरति निरति रस भींजे। सदा फल देना अनन्य शरण है। सदा फल देना अनन्य शरण है। जस नीति तस कीजे। प्रभु जी भक्ति अचल मोहि दीजे। प्रभु जी भक्ति अचल मोहि दीजे। जय सतगुरुदेव। Back to you, Subhash ji.
Thank you very much, Tulika ji, for the wonderful two bhajans. I think bhajan is the one which connects you, which connects us, the listener, and especially the one who sings it, to the part of that bhajan, because it comes straight from the heart. So thank you very much for these wonderful bhajans. And now I would like to invite Chandanji, who is based in Singapore. He is also a good singer. Most of the time he does most of the task, most of the seva behind the scene, but today is the time when we would hear few bhajans from him. Singapore team is one of the pillar which I consider as Chandanji is there. Because of him, there are many activities which are happening. So here we would like to invite Chandanji on this stage to come in front and just sing a couple of bhajans, and let you take us all together along with that bhajan which you have selected at your end, so that we all can not just feel like what you are singing, but also we feel like, yes, we are into that bhajan. Chandanji from Singapore.
Thank you so much, Subhaji. Jai Sadgurudev, everyone. It's my privilege to have an opportunity to sing a bhajan in this forum. As Subhaji said, I'm going to sing a couple of bhajans. And these bhajans I have selected from Sabd Prakash, written by His Holiness Sadguru Sadafal Dev Ji Maharaj. The bhajan is in Hindi, and for the sake of common understanding, let me summarize the theme of my first bhajan. In this bhajan, a disciple is asking to the Guru that how will you cross me from this debauched sea? There is no any virtue of satisfaction, forgiveness, modesty, intelligence, development, thought, knowledge in me. I am a person full of an evil vessel in the form of lust, darkness, anger, and greed. Lord, how can I remember you or come to your shelter so that I get deliverance? So let's listen to this bhajan. कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार। नहीं संतोष क्षमाशील मोरे नहीं संतोष, क्षमाशील मोरे नहीं कछु बुद्धि विचार, नहीं कछु बुद्धि विचार। ज्ञान विराग एक नहीं मोरे, ज्ञान विराग एक नहीं मोरे, नहीं कछु कर्माचार। कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार। काम क्रोध मद लोभ माया, काम क्रोध मद लोभ माया, रोम रोम में बसत विकार, रोम रोम में बसत विकार। एकल है गुण कहाँ ले वर्णो, सकल है गुण कहाँ ले वर्णो, पार न वर्ष हजार। कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार। विषय माया प्रबल स्वामी, विषय माया प्रबल स्वामी, सुर नर मुनि सब हार, सुर नर मुनि सब हार। ब्रह्मादिक सन कादिक हारे, ब्रह्मादिक सन कादिक हारे, मैं कैसे पई हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार। कौन विधि तब पद के सुमिरो, कौन विधि तब पद के सुमिरो, मैं अति नीच गंवार, मैं अति नीच गंवार। गिरे सदा फल शरण में तेरो, गिरे सदा फल शरण में तेरो, पालक नाम तोहार। कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार, कैसे करी हूँ पार प्रभु जी, कैसे करी हूँ पार। Now let's move to the second bhajan. This bhajan is also I have taken from Shabd Prakash, written by His Holiness Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj. In this bhajan, the ultimate master is saying to his disciples that, "Oh my dear, you are wandering around without any knowledge." He has given example of a fish who remains in the water day and night and still says that I'm dying without water. He is saying that the situation is same for all of you. The ultimate Almighty is there in front of you, left and right, but you are not aware and looking for guidance without any proper direction. Sadguru, the ultimate master, is saying that with his proper guidance, we will be able to attain the ultimate God. So let's hear this bhajan from Shabd Prakash again. प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, जल में मीन मरत है प्यासा, ना यह तत्व विचारा। प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान बाहर भीतर दहिने बाएं, पीछे अग्र मझारा, परिपूर्ण है पर पुरुषोत्तम, परिपूर्ण है पर पुरुषोत्तम, महिमा गम अपारा, महिमा गम अपारा। प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान गोता मारे बीच समुंदर, पूछे जल कहाँ धारा, अमृत सागर मध्य हो हंसा, अमृत सागर मध्य हो हंसा, उलटी निरखू प्रभु प्यारा, उलटी निरखू प्रभु प्यारा। प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान कस्तूरी है आप नाभि में, घास खोज मृगहारा, बाला बालक गोद लिए हैं, बाला बालक गोद लिए हैं, डूगी नगर मझारा, डूगी नगर मझारा। प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान बिन सद्गुरु कोई भेद न पावे, वेद कितेब आधारा, कहें सदा फल अनुभव दर से, कहें सदा फल अनुभव दर से, आनंद आनंद पारा, आनंद आनंद पारा। प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान जल में मीन मरत है प्यासा, ना यह तत्व विचारा। प्यारे ज्ञान बिना भवधारा, प्यारे ज्ञान। Thank you. Now let's move to the third bhajan which I have selected. This bhajan is about a man who is praying to Sadguru to liberate his lifeboat from sea of the material world. He is saying that he has lost his way and praying to Sadguru to lead him to the right path. He has no trust on anybody else and he firmly believes that Sadguru will help him and will show the correct path. मेरे सद्गुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, मेरे सद्गुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना। मेरे सद्गुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना। जिसने आपका नाम पुकारा, उसको आपने दिया सहारा। जिसने आपका नाम पुकारा, उसको आपने दिया सहारा। मुझ निर्बल की हो, मुझ निर्बल की लाज बचाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, मेरे सदगुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, एक और मोह एक और माया, जाऊं किधर को मैं राह न पाया, भूला हुआ हूँ ओ, भूला हुआ हूँ राह बताना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, मेरे सदगुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, आपसे आस लगी मेरे भगवन, काट दो मेरे पाप के बंधन, भीड़ पड़ी है हो, भीड़ पड़ी है ना देर लगाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, मेरे सदगुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, छोड़ के ये दर किस दर जाऊं, कौन है अपना किसको सुनाऊं, छोड़ के ये दर किस दर जाऊं, कौन है अपना किसको सुनाऊं, झूठा निज है हो, झूठा निज है मतलब का जमाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, मेरे सदगुरु मेरी बिगड़ी बनाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना, नैया भव से पार लगाना। प्रेम से बोलिए सदगुरुदेव भगवान की जय। थैंक यू। बैक टू यू सुभाष जी।
Thank you very much, Chandanji, for three beautiful bhajan. I think we were able to connect, especially myself. I was able to connect with each and every single word you were singing just right now. Thank you very much, both of you, Tulika ji and Chandanji, for your effort and connecting all of us with the bhajan and the words. I think the words, as we all have seen, we might have heard and read in Swarved that the sound, the letters, the akshar is the one which gives us the connectivity, which gives the connectivity to the soul with the supreme soul. So bhajan is the one which brings the purity to all of us. So thank you very much for your effort. Now quickly I'm moving towards the next section, which is about Swarved Akhand part. I'm just going to give a little bit of a brief about what exactly Swarved Akhand part is, and then we will move towards Swarved Antakshari. We all have probably seen in past session also, otherwise also, that Swarved is one particular composition by Sadhguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, which just reading it, just by reading it, just reading out some of the letters from Swarved brings incredible changes within any single person, no matter that person knows Hindi or not, it doesn't matter. There are so many examples around us. Those people who don't know how to read Hindi, to those people who actually don't know what are the meanings of those letters and words mentioned in Swarved, but they still so beautifully they can read the couplets of Swarved. So the idea came about Swarved Akhand part in such a way that those people who are newly connected with Vihangam Yoga, either for meditation or for some other reason, they need to get connected with the Swarved as well. What should we do? How exactly it has to be done? What should be the way? Time to time at different places, there are many people in all different countries. Swarved Akhand Path has been organized at different places with physical presence, and usually reading out roughly around 4,000 couplets at a stretch takes roughly around 10 to 11 minutes as a whole. If you take a bunch of people, maybe 6, 7, 10 people, and they start reading one by one without any gap, it will take around 10 hours to finish just reading the couplets, not about the meaning, just the couplets, around 4,000 couplets from Swarved. But when the COVID started, we were thinking, now what should we do? How exactly it should be done? We cannot meet for a single person, or maybe in a family of 2 or 3 people. Finishing Swarved is not that easy. Reading the whole couplets for 10 hours just by 2 people, it's a humongous task, physically, mentally, and otherwise also. And moreover, it will not bring the connectivity with other. The beauty of Swarved Akhand Path, when we do it in physically, the beauty is that people come and visit, they spend some time, they connect with each other, they discuss about Swarved, they discuss about Vihangam Yoga, and gives an opportunity to learn more about Swarved. It's just reading it out. But when the COVID happened, where we were not able to meet up with any single person, what should we do? That's how the idea pop out in the mind. Why can't we do it online? Okay, here the solution is, initially we thought, okay, let's do just one mandal out of 6 mandals, just do one mandal. And we tested it actually for a couple of days, whether it is possible or not. But eventually, we finally decided in 2020 that we should do complete Swarved Akhand Path at a stretch, all mandals, 6 mandals, all roughly around 4,000 couplets online. Where, how, whether we should make it live or not, how people will connect, all those things were properly thought of, and we decided to do it Zoom. And every time since 2020, we organized Swarved Akhand Path online, global Swarved Akhand Path, first time on 30th of October 2020. This was the date also when we were celebrating at Shunya Shikhar Ashram at foothills of Himalaya, the annual celebration there at the ashram. We thought that this is the real time for those people, especially who are residing outside India, who cannot go to India at that time point to be part of or participate in that particular event. How should we collaborate and feel so divine, connected with Vihangam Yoga and Swarved? So 30th of October was the date when we launched it actually, and it took us roughly around 20 hours collectively. If I remember correctly, 82 people connected globally from 23 countries to participate in this long journey of 20 hours. Everyone was connected on Zoom. Lots of administrative task was done. As I mentioned at the beginning time, all the couplets of Swarved were used to show on the slide during the whole part, Akhand Path. And we used to be live throughout that hour, 20 hours, 24 hours at a stretch. Zoom and Facebook has a nice relationship. Zoom allows us to continue a meeting for 30 hours at a stretch without any break. And Zoom allows us to live things on Facebook 8 hours continuously. So usually what we do is we divide the live session on Facebook in 3 parts, of course. It just takes few seconds at that time point. So what happens is we start with introduction of Swarved, and thereafter we allocate different people who will read what chapter, which chapter. In fact, sometimes we just on the basis of willingness, we allocate some of the couplets, maybe 10 couplets, 20 couplets, anyone those who can read Hindi or even not Hindi, those who can read a little bit of English in that form also, they can participate in Swarved Akhand Path. And I'm sure those who have been participating in this part time to time, that definitely the role is just maybe for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but just in that 10 to 15 minutes, I'm sure the aura it brings, the whole mental thought, spiritual progression at that time point is very different, very, very different. So we organize this Swarved Akhand Path in every 4 months. So we started in October 2020. Thereafter, we did in January next year. Then we did it, no, not 4 months, sorry, 3 months, every quarter, basically. We did it in January, then we did it in April, then we did it in July, again in October. This year, 2022, we did it in January, we did it in April, and now July is coming. We will be hosting again Swarved Akhand Path. But there is one very interesting thing happen, and that is after 1 year, means last year, 2021, when October was coming, we were thinking about one more thing. What about those people who actually don't understand what are the meanings of these couplets? Some people who are connecting on Facebook or even on Zoom, those who are reading it out, they must need to understand what we are doing. What is the meaning of all these couplets? Like simple example, right now, Tulika ji and Chandan ji sang beautifully 5 bhajan. If just the bhajan is happening, probably some of the people will not be able to understand what the meaning of the bhajan is, what is the objective and what is the summary of this meaning. But if each and every bhajan is summarized before we sing it, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, then those who not understand the meaning in Hindi, they can realize, okay, what is happening in this particular bhajan. On the similar ground, what we did, we put a humongous effort to summarize each and every chapter of Swarved. There are 68 chapters in Swarved. And what we did is we summarized each and every chapter just in 1 page, maximum, maybe 300 words in Hindi as well as in English. We added this section in Akhand Path in October last year, that before every chapter starts, the summary has to be narrated. And more than 100 people participate in this activity. Someone takes the role of reading Swarved couplets. Someone takes the role for reading the summary in Hindi. Someone takes role for reading the summary in English for 1 chapter, 2 chapter, depends what is the capability, how much the time is. Some people put their effort to run the slide on the Zoom. Some people take courage to run the whole Zoom. Some people take courage to make it live throughout that 24 hours, because after adding those summaries into every chapter, the time increased from 20 hours to 24 hours, basically. So there are so many. And in fact, one more interesting thing, what we do is we keep a backup for each and every role. Each and every role. And we have a WhatsApp group where we notify what is their status, because different people join from different countries. Say, for example, if right now the time in Singapore is 5:50 p.m., then in US, right now, it is in the morning, around 6 o'clock. So if we are reading couplet of Swarved in Singapore, say in the afternoon, 2 o'clock, the time in US is actually 2 a.m. in the night, in the morning, early morning or night, you can say. So there's so much of different time zone from where the people are connected, how everyone will be updated, what is happening. Everyone need not be connected on Zoom all the time throughout 24 hours. So we flash the status of the Swarved Path in a WhatsApp group, so that those people who are participating in that particular event can know and understand what is happening right now. So it's a humongous task. Within 24 hours, we deliver so much of things from all different points, so that the connectivity consecutivity of reading the Swarved couplets doesn't break. And believe me, from one couplet to another, even if the transition has to happen, it just takes 1 second or 2 seconds maximum. We don't allow a gap of more than 3 seconds from one person to another, from one couplet to another. And that's the role of backup person is. There are so many backup people who keep themselves ready to be attentive. If something happens, say network is failing, or for one particular person, or the person is not able to unmute himself, and so on and so forth, there are so many different things which happens at that time point. So what I want to mention here is Swarved Akhand Part, online Swarved Akhand Part is one such activity which we started almost 2 years back, which has connected a lot of people, especially new people. So why I wanted to highlight this point here right now on this 30 days global meditation challenge event is because there are many new people who have been connected through this particular channel to us, to the Vihangam Yoga. You all can participate, taking different roles, which takes maybe 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 15 minutes during that Swarved Akhand part. It's fun, it's divine activity, and it brings a lot of connectivity and networking among all of us. So take an effort at your end to inquire more about what is SAP, Swarved Akhand Part. It is coming soon in July, probably in one of the Saturday. Usually we host it so that everyone from global, they can connect and participate in this particular pious occasion. This is all about Swarved Akhand Part. And towards the end, if anyone has any specific question, please keep your questions ready. We will be able to answer those questions related with Swarved Akhand Part. And now, not taking too much of time, although we are late, but no problem. We have a very special section, which is about Swarved Antakshari. Most of us probably would have heard this name, especially at least those people who are from India. Antakshari started at ZTV, I think, where there are various teams available and they do singing Antakshari kind of thing. So here we are going to hear few things about Swarved Antakshari, what exactly it is. And we have with us Amaranja ji, who has connected us from India, who is going to give us more background about what is Swarved Antakshari, what is the objective of this particular activity, which happens every month, more than once probably, and how you can connect with us probably. So I would like to invite Amaranja ji on this platform. Just one quick notification. Amaranja ji will be able to deliver right now whatever he's going to say in Hindi. I hope this will be okay for everyone. Maybe later on, I will just summarize what he would say. And at this stage, I'd like to invite Amaranja ji just to give a quick introduction about him. He is working in Indian Railways, and he's such a devotee person that whenever some difficult situation comes, something happens that the problem automatically vanishes. Say, for example, even for today's event, I had requested him yesterday in the evening that are you able to do this introduction about Swarved Antakshari? And he said that, yes, I will be in, I'm traveling from one place to another in the train, long journey actually, from in Bihar actually. But then he said that, yes, I will be able to find time and I'll be able to deliver whatever has to be done. But probably I will not be able to keep myself on video. I said, absolutely fine, no problem. But see what happened with him today. He just updated me a few hours back that his journey, which he had to do on the train today, got postponed. Not today, now he has to do it tomorrow. So basically, he's very much where he is, so that I think he can invest much more better time for this particular event, focus there and concentrate on there. So Amaranja ji, thank you very much for taking out some time to connect with us. You are welcome on this particular platform. और अब मैं आपको यह मंच देता हूं, आप अपनी बातों को स्वर्वेद अंताक्षरी के बारे में हम सभी को बताएं। जय सद्गुरुदेव।
जय श्री गुरुदेव। सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप माया भगवान बार बार वंदन करूं युक्ति भेदरत जान आदि अंत यरुमात्मि शाश्वत जातो से अमृत अंतरयामी हो नमो नमो रे। First of all, I like to give a lot of thanks to entire team of Singapore in the leadership of Subhash ji for organizing this type of session. Antakshari, the game of the ending letter, ending character of अंताक्षरी शब्द के अंतिम अक्षर से क्रमशः आगे बढ़ने वाला वह गेम है जिसके माध्यम से विभिन्न क्षेत्र में हम अपनी ज्ञान की वृद्धि कर सकते हैं। विभिन्न स्टेजेस पर मैं भी बालपन में वर्ड्स का अंताक्षरी खेलता था। इंग्लिश वर्ड्स का, हिंदी वर्ड्स का, स्कूल में भी होते थे। जैसा सुभाष जी ने बताया, टीवी चैनल पर भी गीत संगीत के अंताक्षरी होते रहे। लेकिन अभी जो बात हो रही है वह विशेष अंताक्षरी की, स्वरवेद की अंताक्षरी। रामायण में भी विभिन्न स्थान पर अंताक्षरी के रूप में भजन का वर्णन आया है। In 2016, on the pious occasion of 93rd annual function of Vihangam Yoga at Umraha, Varanasi, प्रथम बार स्वर्वेद महामंदिर के प्रांगण से सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री विज्ञान देव जी महाराज के मार्गदर्शन में वार्षिकोत्सव के अवसर पर स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का एक प्रायोगिक सत्र ओपन मंच से हुआ। जिसमें आश्रम के ही विद्यार्थीगण पार्टिसिपेट किए मैं भी वहां उपस्थित था। बहुत से लोगों के द्वारा मैंने सुना यह एक नया चीज इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है। बहुत से लोग समझ नहीं पा रहे थे यह कैसे हो रहा है, यह क्यों हो रहा है, इसके पीछे उद्देश्य क्या है। जस्ट नेक्स्ट big function of Vyangam Yoga Sant Samaj on the pious occasion of Param Nirvana Divas of Swamiji at Katar Ashram, Dehri on Samrutas, Bihar. उस समय सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री का संदेश आता है स्थानीय स्तर पर। स्वरवेद का अंताक्षरी आज होना है। स्थानीय पदाधिकारियों के द्वारा इसकी सूचना मुझे दी गई। यह कार्य मुझे सौंपा गया कि आप टीम बनाएं, जिन्हें स्वरवेद के दोहे याद हैं ठीक ठीक शुद्ध शुद्ध, और स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी। मैं सौभाग्यशाली हूं, वह प्रथम सत्र था जो कंप्लीट रूप से सेशन में इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया। ओपन मंच से दो टीम बनाई गई। एक टीम जिसमें मूलतः उस कार्यक्रम में जो पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए आए थे, उस कार्यक्रम में दर्शनार्थ आए थे, दिव्यवाणी अमृतवाणी के श्रवण के लिए आए थे। उन गुरु भाई गुरु बहनों के बीच से एक टीम का गठन मैंने अपने सहयोगी के साथ किया। दूसरी टीम आश्रम के जो विद्यार्थी गण थे उनके बीच से, और उस समय से स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का सिलसिला चल पड़ा। अभी 2-3 साल ही हुए इस सिलसिले के चलते हुए। कोरोना का कालखंड आ गया, 2020 कोविड-19। ओपन मंच के सारे कार्यक्रम को पोस्टपोन करने के लिए बात। सभी सत्संग स्थगित हो गए, सभी कार्यक्रम स्थगित कर दिए गए। भारत में विशेष करके प्रयोग के रूप में इस कोरोना कालखंड के पूर्व संत समाज के संदर्भ में ऑनलाइन कोई कार्यक्रम नहीं होता था। जब आवश्यकता पड़ी, पलामू की धरती से प्रथम प्रयोग श्री राजेश भारद्वाज जी ने ऑनलाइन सत्संग के रूप में प्रारंभ किया, जिसकी सूचना सुपूज्य परम आराध्य स्वामी जी और सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री के पास भी। स्वामी जी और संत प्रवर श्री सभी को फोन कर करके पूछने लगे, आप ऑनलाइन सत्संग से जुड़ते हैं कि नहीं, ऑनलाइन सत्संग से जुड़े। एक नया प्रयोग था भारत के, ऑनलाइन सत्संग के दरवाजे ओपन हो गए। ठीक 2 महीने जब ऑनलाइन सत्संग का कार्यक्रम पूरा हुआ, वह बिग डे आता है 26 जुलाई 2020, 26 जुलाई 2020, जब सदगुरु की असीम दया और सदगुरु पद उत्तराधिकारी सुपूज्य श्री विज्ञानंद देव जी महाराज के द्वारा मुझे ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी सत्र आयोजित करने का आदेश प्राप्त हुआ। प्रथम सत्र 26 जुलाई 2020 को संचालित करने का सौभाग्य मुझे प्राप्त हुआ, जिसमें भारत के विभिन्न राज्य से लगभग 50 पार्टिसिपेंट्स पार्टिसिपेट किए। प्रथम सत्र में ही जो मेरी आशा के विपरीत था, मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा था कि अचानक से इतने पार्टिसिपेंट्स कैसे हुए। समय अपनी गति से चलता गया। फिर ठीक लगभग 3 महीने के बाद अवसर था सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री के जन्मोत्सव का, 28 अक्टूबर 2020। उस पावन क्षण के अवसर पर भी स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी आयोजित करने का सभी के बीच संदेश दिया गया। सभी में उत्साह था और यही वह क्षण था जब ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का जो उद्देश्य था, जो उद्देश्य मुझे पता नहीं था, जो प्लानिंग सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री के अंदर से था, जो यह अंताक्षरी का सत्र महाप्रसाद है सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री का, उस दिन दिखा 28 अक्टूबर 2020, जब भारत की भूमि से स्वरवेद ऑनलाइन अंताक्षरी भारत की सीमा को लांघकर विदेश की सीमा में प्रवेश किया। और विदेश की भूमि से, जहां तक मुझे याद है, फ्रांस से प्राची जी, ओमान से बालहंस अमन और आजाद कुमार गौतम जी, और कनाडा की भूमि से और विलायल जी ने उस विदेश की भूमि से जो ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का 14वां सत्र था, 14th सेशन ऑफ ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी, प्रथम बार विदेश की भूमि से ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद में के अंताक्षरी में प्रस्तुति दी गई। ठीक उसके 2 महीने बाद विहंगम योग संत समाज का पावन वार्षिकोत्सव का क्षण, जो संत समाज के इतिहास में ऑनलाइन रूप से प्रथम बार मनाया जा रहा था, उस सत्र में भी जो हवन यज्ञ और सायंकालीन सत्र के बीच में ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का विशेष आदेश प्राप्त हुआ सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री का। और उस ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी के सत्र में 16 कंट्री से 16 कंट्री से लगभग 40 पार्टिसिपेंट्स के द्वारा विभिन्न रूप में प्रस्तुति दी गई। और वह जो सिलसिला वहां से चला, आज उस ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी सत्र में जो सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री का प्रसाद है, सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री के मार्गदर्शन में चल रहा है। 27 कंट्री से मोर देन 90 पार्टिसिपेंट्स अभी तक अपनी प्रस्तुति दे चुके हैं। तो जिस छोटे मंच से स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का जब शुरुआत हुआ था, लोगों में चर्चाएं थी, यह क्या है, उसका उद्देश्य बड़ा था। उसकी प्लानिंग कहीं न कहीं स्वामी जी की रही थी, जब मूर्त रूप में, संकेत रूप में दे दिया सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री ने। स्वरवेद के अंताक्षरी से मानव जीवन का जो परम लक्ष्य है, उस और कदम बढ़ाने का एक अवसर प्रदान किया। हम सभी जानते हैं ब्रह्म विद्या तो भेद है, ब्रह्म विद्या के दो भेद हैं, बाह्य तत्व ज्ञान और आभ्यंतर भेद। स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी के माध्यम से बाह्य तत्व ज्ञान जो है, उससे परिचय प्राप्त कराने का लक्ष्य है। जब पार्टिसिपेंट्स के द्वारा स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी के रूप में कपलेट्स का चैंटिंग होता है, चौपाई का चैंटिंग होता है, उसके पहले उनकी तैयारी होती है, स्वरवेद का वो अध्ययन करते हैं, स्वरवेद के दोहे से खुद परिचय प्राप्त करते हैं, क्योंकि उन्हें पता है कि मुझे एक प्रतियोगिता में पार्टिसिपेट करना है, एक मंच पे मुझे अपनी प्रस्तुति देनी है। पहले उसकी तैयारी करते हैं। उस क्रम में जब वो कई बार अभ्यास करते हैं, अभ्यास के क्रम में उनकी वाणी की शुद्धि हो जाती है। स्वरवेद का एक एक शब्द महामंत्र है। जब उस महामंत्र का अपने मुख से हम उच्चारण करते हैं, हमारी वाणी की शुद्धि होने लगती है, हमारा अंतःकरण पवित्र होने लगता है, हमारी चेतना जो बाह्य मुख प्रवाहित है वो अंतर्मुख होने लगती है, जो हमारी चेतना अर्धमुख है वह ऊर्ध्वमुख होने लगती है, वह ऊर्ध्वमुख होने लगती है। स्वरवेद को दोहे का अभ्यास मात्र से अपने परम कल्याण के मार्ग पर हम सभी चलते हैं। दूसरा, सेशन में चाहे वह ऑफलाइन हो या ऑनलाइन, केवल पार्टिसिपेंट्स प्रस्तुति के लिए नहीं होते, सुनने वाले भी होते। ऐसे बहुत सारे दोहे और चौपाई होते हैं जिसका अध्ययन के क्रम में ध्यान नहीं जा पाता, मिस कर जाते हैं। उन दोहे का श्रवण करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हो जाता है। उन दोहे के श्रवण से स्वरवेद का जो आध्यात्मिक सिद्धांत है, स्वरवेद में जो परम आराध्य सदगुरुदेव ने जो वर्णित किया है, उसे श्रवण करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हो जाता है। वर्तमान में ऑनलाइन स्वरवेद अंताक्षरी का सेशन जो चल रहा है, इसका समय भी सुपूज्य संत प्रवर श्री ने दिया। कई संस्मरण जुड़े पड़े हैं जो समय से कभी बताऊंगा। कई संस्मरण जुड़े पड़े हैं, कई डिफिकल्टी दिखते थे, बट वो कैसे अपने आप सॉल्व हो गए। लाइक जैसे आज सुभाष जी ने बता रहे थे, आज मेरा ड्यूटी था, मैं ड्यूटी में होता, बट कल इवनिंग इस सेशन के बारे में जब सुभाष जी से बात हुई, अचानक डिपार्टमेंट से फोन आता है, कल आपकी ड्यूटी नहीं, आप कल रेस्ट कर लें, आपकी ड्यूटी नेक्स्ट डे। मैं तो रिक्वेस्ट नहीं किया था डिपार्टमेंट से। ऐसे सेशन में कितने सेशन हो चुके हैं। तो इसका उद्देश्य एक व्यापक उद्देश्य है, व्यापकता लिए हुए उद्देश्य संपूर्ण रूप से हम नहीं जान सकते, क्योंकि वह सत्ता का क्या उद्देश्य है, उसका प्लानिंग क्या है, उसकी योजना क्या है, हम नहीं समझ सकते। हमारा दायित्व है जो निर्देश, जो मार्गदर्शन है, उस पर बढ़ चलने की और अपने कल्याण के मार्ग पर रता से
जी अमरंजन जी, मुझे लगता है समय का थोड़ा ध्यान में रखते हुए, और क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि हम लोग एक अभी छोटा सा स्वर्वेद अंताक्षरी कर दें? मेरे ख्याल से 10 मिनट का, क्या ऐसा संभव है? हम लोग कर सकते हैं?
जी श्योर। बहुत सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स जो ऑनलाइन स्वर्वेद अंताक्षरी में पार्टिसिपेट करते रहे, आज प्रेजेंट हैं, किया जा सकता है।
Okay, so then just for those who are connected, probably we are going to run a demo Antakshari. As Amranja ji mentioned, there are many right now Zoom link. When I see participants, there are many who are experienced people who have been participating in Swarved Antakshari time to time, and in that case, I think can we quickly do it in this way? Let's have two teams basically. Usually Ranja ji keeps 3-4 teams actually when the actual Swarved Antakshari happens. So here we can keep 2 teams. One, let's give a name as Paravidya, and another team will be Brahma Vidya. 2 teams, Paravidya and Brahma Vidya. I'm going to select some names, and those names are actually for those who have already been participating in Swarved Antakshari. So right now I'm going to take names of some people who will be in team Paravidya, and then I will take names of people who will be in team Brahma Vidya. So in Paravidya team, we may have Prachi ji, who has connected us from France, Mahendra Dev ji, who is connected from Germany, Likesh ji from Oman, Tulika ji from US, Ruchi ji from US, and Rekha ji from US. So this will be right now team just for demo for Paravidya team. On the Brahma Vidya team, we have Usha ji from Bahrain, Chandan ji from Singapore, then Gajendra ji from Czech Republic, Maya ji from USA, Anita Hariram ji from South Africa, and Dr. Manish from UK. So these are the 2 teams. Let us have this. And the rule for Antakshari, I had discussion with previously when we do Swarved Antakshari, we'll try to keep the similar type of rule. What I'm going to do is, let me start with one particular couplet, and wherever it ends, then the Paravidya team will start from there, and then Brahma Vidya team, then again Paravidya, Brahma Vidya, Paravidya, Brahma Vidya. Likewise, the Antakshari will continue. Since I selected 6 people for Paravidya team, 6 people for Brahma Vidya team, so we will have each maybe reciting one couplets, ending and starting with the respective words as per your selection. So are you guys, everyone ready? I think
Subhash,
yes, somebody say yes.
can I participate? This is Surya from
Uh,
USA.
Yes, I can hear you, ma'am. So what I do is I would like you, but I don't know whether you remember Swarved couplets or not. But what I do is at the end, when all these six, because you know when Antakshari happens, then wherever the letter ends, from there only you have to start the couplet. I remember that you have been reading Swarved since some time, or despite your Hindi is not that good right now, but still, but I don't know whether you'll be able to select the respective couplet from that specific letter. But looking at
Yes,
your
sir.
enthusiasm, what I would request you to do, please, during this time point, select two couplets at your end, whichever it is, doesn't matter. Once these six people from this side, six people from this side will finish, you just close Antakshari with two of your couplets at the end. Would that be okay with you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. So I hope all these 6 people will be able to unmute yourself. So probably I'm going to start with one particular couplet. Wherever it ends, then Paravidya team will start, and then Brahmavidya. Paravidya, Brahmavidya. Paravidya, Brahmavidya, like this. So let me start with one particular couplet. Param Purusha Vah Purna Hai अजाय अनंत असीम अपूर्ण नहीं किसी काल में सहज समान मही. So it ended with ma m. So now Amranja ji will take forward from here onward. Then Paravidya team has to start with letter ma, please.
Ma. Paravidya team with letter Ma.
लोक छुड़ाय कर चेतन लोक निवास सद्गुरुता को जानिए भक्ति मुक्ति ते ही पास.
Nice. Next from Brahmavidya team with letter Sha.
सद्गुरु ब्रह्म स्वरूप है नर स्वरूप के माही पारस दे जग जीव को कंचन रूप बनाही.
Next with letter To. Paravidya team.
तीन लोक की संपदा एक श्वास समनाई हीरा समय अमूल्य है हरि सुमिरन के माही.
Next Brahmavidya team with letter Ha.
हम तुम हैं, हम तुम हम एक हैं, हम तुम एक देव, लोहा अग्नि स्वरूप भय, अब कछु रहा न भेव.
Next with letter Va. Paravidya team.
वह सद्गुरु मम धान्य है नर से देव बनाए सदा रहे मम पास में आभा आव समाय.
With letter Ya. Brahmavidya team.
याद दया को लावती प्रभु कृपालु भगवान अधिक याद प्रभु करत है, यदि थोड़े करे संत।
Next, from Para Vidya team, again letter Yo.
योग कहते हैं जोड़ को, योग कहते हैं संधि, योग रहस्य उपाय में जीव ब्रह्म की संगी।
Next, from Vidya team with letter Dha.
धर्म अर्थ वह देत है, और मोक्ष दे काम। संत कृपा सब मिलत है, अविचल अंतर नाम।
Next, Para Vidya team with letter Ma.
मन बांधी सुधारणा, शब्दाकार सुध्यान, शब्द स्वरूप समाधि है, परम तत्व विज्ञान।
Next, Brahm Vidya team with letter No.
नव द्वारा को बंद कर, खोलो दशवादार, खिड़की एक दशा खुली, अग्र पुरुष दरबार।
Next, Para Vidya team with letter Ra.
राज काज सुख साज सब, धन व धाम जगनाम। यह क्षण में छूट जाएंगे, नहीं आवे तो ही काम।
Next, and last, from Brahm Vidya team with letter Ma.
माया सींचे दुख मिले, संचित बबूर में काट, सेवे प्रभु अमृत मिले, सद्गुरु भव दुख काट।
So this is how the Antakshari continues, one after one, one after one. Wherever the letter ends, the other team will start. When that team will, wherever it ends, the other team, the first one will start, and so on and so forth. This Jugalbandi, this Antakshari continues for hours, I would say. And you can understand very well that all those people who has to mention or read Swarved couplet, they need to know where which letter is there, which couplet they have to speak, because it many a times it is random, you don't know. So you need to remember most of the couplets, and that gives you an opportunity to recite and remember, memorize the couplets from Swarved. I need to invite two more people since I selected Ushaji, but I did not hear anything from her. So can I invite Ushaji first to just, out of courtesy, can you please read one particular couplet from Swarved, please? Ushaji from Bahrain.
संत बीज बिन से नहीं, जो युग होए अनंत, नीच ऊंच ग्रह जन्म ले बोहरी संत का संत.
Thank you very much, Ushaji. And as I promised to Suryaji from USA, now here your turn comes. Please recite just any two couplets from Swarved. Suryaji.
Okay, sir. Jai Sadgurudev. मना पवन अरु सुरति को समिट भजो सत्यनाम अर्ध भूमि झाकी नहीं अविचल स्थिर धाम मना पवन का कर्म सब भूमि प्रवृत्ति प्रपंच सुरति आकाश निवृत्ति है अद्भुत संथन मंच. Can I read some more?
Please go one more, please.
आसन स्थिर शांत दृढ़ हिले दुमे नहीं दे बैठे मन मत मार कर सुमेरे पुरुष विदेह स्थिर सुख आसन करे मकर तारका ज्ञान सद्गुरु द्वौ वंदन करे शून्य भेद पर ध्यान. Can I go ahead, sir? Some more?
Thank you very much, ma'am. I really salute to your enthusiasm and your samarpan, your devotion towards Sadgurudev. Thank you very much for reciting 4 couplets from Swarved. This is just for all others, those who have been listening to us. Suryaji does not know Hindi properly, but still we all Sorry, I was speaking and I was on mute. So thank you very much, Suryaji. So if you would have one of the session with Sant Sri Namdevji Maharaj, where he mentioned that remembering couplets from Swarved is important, but the most important thing is to read it, because the power of the Brahma, the power of the Sadguru, the power of the Nitya Anadi Sadguru, the power of the Almighty, it impacts us in the form of the sound itself, in the form of akshar itself. So all these letters and words which has been mentioned and which has been written in the form of Swarved, actually these are written in the form of in a state of samadhi. So basically we are reading those letters and words which were experienced by Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj during his state of samadhi. Can you imagine how beautiful and how divine this whole activity itself would be? Can you imagine? Just think about it. You are and we are reading those words and letters which Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj has experienced during his samadhi state. Rishyo mantra drashtara. This is very much true with Swarved as well. So just by reading few couplets from Swarved can change your life to a larger extent. So here, I would like to thank Amranjaji once again for making us aware about the Swarved Antakshari. And thank you very much for just having a quick demo kind of thing for this Antakshari. How does it happen? I'm sure those who have never ever participated in Antakshari, they will have now a little bit of zeal inside to participate in the Antakshari. I guess right now, every month Antakshari happens. So please get connected with Amranjaji if you want to participate in this. Now we have exceeded time. So I'd like to move more towards closer. I'd like to invite Arunaji from Bahrain, who has connected with us for the vote of thanks. Arunaji, please.
Thank you, Subhash ji. Jai Sadgurudev ji. Greetings to everyone here. And I'm fortunate to be a part of today's event. and I'm really blessed to give the vote of thanks because, as mentioned by Subhashji in the beginning, today's event is really significant and special in terms of having the maximum number of participants. So let me start first of all giving my sincere thanks to Mahendraji from Germany for the Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan. Mahendraji, as I know, is ever ready to help us, either showing us the yoga demo postures. He was the first name I was introduced to when I joined Vihangam Yoga 2 years back. So sincere thanks to you. Moving on next, the bhajan. Bhajans, what I feel, are the union of melody and devotion. So I really thank my heartful thanks and sincere thanks for the soulful rendition of the 5 bhajans by Tulika ji from US and Chandan ji from Singapore. My takeaway from Tulika ji's 2 bhajans, the messages were mainly about upliftment of human race, spreading the knowledge of Brahma Vidya, and requesting the Almighty to be bestowed by devotion. So, what I feel or what I learned is that I can put it in terms of 2 important quotes, the entire message that I got. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. So, through gratitude, I think it is a spiritual practice that will help us notice God's work in our day to day life. And this is one way we can show our devotion to God in addition to chanting the sacred hymns and all other things. And not just that, regarding the upliftment of human race, I feel a moment of difference by each one of us will make a difference in our attitude, and that if we start doing, even if we make a small difference in others lives, it will be added the bonus, and it will really show an impact to the entire human race. Moving on to Chandanji's bhajans, the three bhajans, what main message I can convey, I got through is that the life is considered to be an ocean, our life, and it can be calm or still, rough or rigid. But in the end, I feel it is always beautiful. So there was a way where the person is praying to God, asking, how can I seek the Almighty? But I feel that we have to introspect ourselves and see that the Almighty is already there with us. And my main message, what I got through the bhajans, is that you never really know what's coming, a small wave or a big one, because of the ocean thing. All we can really do is hope that whenever it comes, we can surf over it instead of getting drowned in it. Next, I would really like to thank sincerely to Amaranjay ji from India for taking us through the journey of creating the Antakshari thing. That was really splendid. I could clearly understand what was the entire process involved in that. अमरंजय जी, आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आपकी बातों से हमको लगा आपको कितने कठिनाइयों का सामना करना पड़ा होगा, but then finally you emerged out of it and it has turned out to be a beautiful one. I would also like to thank all the 10 to 12 participants. I'm not naming each one of them, but I do remember the names, and I am really it was spellbound. It was interesting, innovative, and for me, it was a first so ever spiritual Antakshari that I heard, and I really I'm carried away, and I would like to be a part of it in future. And Amaranjay ji, once again, thank you so much for coordinating and conducting the demo for us. Moving on next is a big thanks to Subhash ji for briefing us and enlightening enlightening us with the Swarved Akhand part. Especially it was helpful for people like me, because the main message what I got through today is you can definitely start first of all by reading it. That was what I was doing, but I always had a doubt. What if I don't understand the meaning and I'm just reading it? But then this has been clearly explained by Subhashji that that is the first step. Even if we start reading it, we start reaping the benefits, and gradually our next process should be to understand and to get deeper connectivity with the Almighty. And not just that, we could understand, and we really thank you for the magnanimity of the event that is organized every other time. I have been myself a participant for the last two Swarved Akhand Part event, and really the complexities involved and all, and thankful to the entire organizers and everyone who is involved in the backstage. We are just there reciting our part and doing our part for 3 or 4 minutes, but definitely it involves a lot more dedication and time and efforts from you all. And so I would really thank to you, Subhashji, for that. And not just that, I would also like to thank you, Subhashji, for the innovative amalgamation of events like today's. And then before I almost stop this thing, my sincere thanks to Surya ji for her zeal and enthusiasm and her participation. Maybe someday I will also become like her. Hopefully, I'm just praying and I'll put in my efforts for that. And lastly, my heartfelt thanks to all the participants, all the people who have attended today's event in spite of the different time zones and all. And before I stop this, a few points to note. Meditate daily, and don't forget to log in into the Google form to submit your daily report. And there might be days or times when you find it difficult to take out time for meditation, but then we all can do if we really want to. So we have to push ourselves. And any question that you have, please ask, put your question in the link given, and try to be a part of the upcoming events. And we all know that it's just 3 more days left for all of us. So let's all try to be a part of the challenge, and don't not stop there. Let's, whether the challenge is there or not, we continue to do our meditation. Thank you, Subhashji.
Thank you very much, Arunaji. Just one more quick round of reminder. Please just click one button and you will be able to connect to all the practice platform which we have been provided to everyone. And can I really invite one more time, Arunaji, thank you very much for your effort for the Shanti part, please.
हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांतिमय शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांतिमय शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति, देव सदा फल शांतिमय, शांति शांति सुख शांति। जय सद्गुरुदेव।
Thank you very much, Arunaji, for the Shanti part, the World Peace Prayer. And here we end today with this session. Sorry for little getting extended for almost half an hour kind of thing, but I think it was worth to know all these activities which we have been doing globally, say Swarved Akhand Part, Swarved Antakshari. And I think thank you, Amranji, once more for sharing all the details and organizing this demo. Just quick notification for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a session, very interesting session again with Sant Sri Namdev Ji Maharaj. The topic is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But please note, the timing is not as usual 5 or 5:30 p.m. Singapore time. The time for tomorrow's session is 11 a.m. Singapore time, which is 6 hours before from the usual time of 5 p.m. So please remain attentive and invite others also so that they can learn more about Gita. And on Sunday, again, the timing will remain the same as 11 a.m. Singapore time, where we are having last session with Sant Sri Namdev Ji Maharaj. And in fact, any discussion which is about the higher zone, that would be the discussion. And the last day will be concluded with a Havan, the yajna for the peace, world peace, and the mental peace for each and every participant and their associates and their family members and everyone in this world. We will have Havan for 1 hour. This has been organized for all of us. The Havan will be conducted physically at Jhusi Ashram in Prayagraj, Allahabad, by the students or the expert student of the ashram. If any one of you want to perform Havan along with that, please do so. We had been doing such kind of activities time to time. This is a facility provided through e-yajna. We call it e-yajna. You can also register or book the Havan if you want to do for your own prosperity. You'll come to know more about that session on Monday about the Havan Yajna as well. Please remain safe and healthy and take care of yourself. Once again, I would like to thank each single person who are connected today, and especially those who were involved in the demo, all those 12 people whose name I took at the time when the demo was started, and Shurya ji also. Thank you, Chandan ji, for making this particular event live. Thank you. Take care. Jai Sadgurudev.